Hey y'all, and welcome to today's video. I'm going to be sharing with y'all 10 products that I think deserve more hype. Some of these products are older, some of these are a little bit newer, but I just think they are really awesome, solid products, and maybe they never went viral. Maybe people don't talk about them a ton, and some of these are products that I use a ton, and I'm like, you know what? Why don't I rave about these more? So that's what today's video is going to be about. And I actually got this video idea from Andrea Mattiliano. I will link her video down below. It was really good and it really inspired me to think about those products in my collection that are just really awesome and deserve more attention. Now, if you are new here, I want to say, hey, my name is Heather and makeup makes me happy. Here at my channel, we don't try to be perfect. We just want to have a good time with our makeup, whatever that means. Shimmer, glitter, talking about awesome products. We are here for it. So if that sounds good to you, I do hope that you will subscribe before you leave today because I upload lots of new videos every single week. But I am excited to talk about these things, so let's jump into it. Y'all, like I said, some of these products may have got a little bit of hype when they were first released, but since then I haven't heard many people talk about them. Some of these products I feel like never really got the hype they deserved, but these are just products that I use a lot, I really love, and I want to share with y'all. I just have some really good stuff in front of me. So let's talk about this first. This is the foundation that I'm wearing. This is the Born This Way matte foundation. Now, I am an oily skin person, especially in the summertime when we're talking about lots of humidity, lots of heat. I do gravitate towards some matte products, and then I like to go in and add the glow with different things. But this foundation, I feel like there's been so many new foundations that have launched this year. Always something new, which is awesome. Listen, I love trying new products. I love options. But I was late to the game on this foundation. I kind of bought this and tried it after all the hype died down, and I've just been reaching for it so much the past little bit as it's gotten hotter outside because this foundation goes on. It looks absolutely flawless and beautiful on the skin, and it stays put throughout the day. I can put this foundation on at 6 in the morning and not take it off until almost midnight, and my skin still looks really nice. It doesn't wear well. It does wear well. What I meant to say, it doesn't wear away. It doesn't wear like patchy in places. My oil doesn't just eat it off my skin. It's so good, and it's one of those like staple foundations that I feel like can get lost with all the new launching, but this one, amazing. Next up is not a makeup product, but this I use so much. This is the Brush Bath Purifying Brush Cleaner from It Brushes. This is so good. I use this maybe not every time I do my makeup, but I would say at least 2 to 3 times a week, especially if you're somebody like me who has some favorite brushes that you want to use for like every eye look. Spray this on the brush, rub it on a little towel, paper towel, whatever you have close to you, and it's not a deep clean for the brush. It doesn't like replace soap and water, of course, but it's great for spot cleaning. I love this stuff. You can tell like how much of this I've used. It's so nice, and it really does a good job of getting shadows or blush or highlight off of a brush and letting you use it again if that's what you want. Or if you haven't been washing your brushes so good and you're like, you know what, I'm not ready to deep clean these, this is such a good product, and it dries so fast. Literally, I can use this and my brushes are good to go in a minute, and I love that. Okay, let's talk about a couple of lip products. These Makeup by Mario lip liners are so good. I feel like Makeup by Mario as a brand does get a lot of hype, but somehow I felt like the lip liners kind of got lost in the shuffle. When I hear people talk about the products they love, I think about like the glowy lip balm that I have. I think about his newer products that have launched that got a lot of hype. But I was really late to the party trying his lip liners, and they're just so nice. I have two shades here. I have the shade Toasty and the shade Almond, and these are creamy but long lasting at the same time. A lot of times when I get a lip liner that's very creamy, it goes on super nice, but then it doesn't wear well and it slips and slides around. These stay put, but I also don't have to tug at my lips a lot to get pigment payoff. They're just very nice. He has a good shade range. I mean, I know that he kind of launched a lot of things when he first came on at Sephora, so maybe that's why these got lost in the shuffle, but they're really, really good. And I actually have more on my Sephora loves list, because as soon as, you know, like the Sephora sale rolls around, probably won't happen until closer to the end of the year, but I really want to stock up and try some more shades. Okay, Pat McGrath as a brand, I feel like gets a lot of hype, really gets a ton of love and hype and videos and stuff on their products, especially like complexion products, palettes. But I have this from Pat McGrath. This is the Sublime Skin Highlighting Trio Highlighter Palette, and this launched so long ago, but it is amazing. This is one that is an older product that still performs beautifully. She's launched so many new highlighters since this palette launched years ago, and I love those formulas, but this is one that I keep going back to as well. I think it's so beautiful. I'm actually wearing this today. I have kind of all the shades mixed. I just kind of tapped my brush into all of these. But first of all, I think this newspaper packaging is super cute, but the products inside are beautiful. We have this bronzy highlight, we have this white gold shift highlight, and then we have this white to pink shift highlight. Beautiful on their own, beautiful on the cheeks. They just look so like glowy without sitting on top of the skin. Really, really beautiful products. They're beautiful on the eyes as well, but I love them most on the cheeks as just a face highlight. And with brands like Pat McGrath that are very hyped and that launch new products, I like to kind of talk about the older stuff that's still so amazing. Okay, next up, I want to talk about these Patrick Ta eyeliners. These are called the Precision Gel Liners. I have the shade Burgundy and Black here, and eyeliner for me is something I need to complete a makeup look. I love having something in the waterline. Not always, but I would say most of the time I have something on the upper lash line as well. And I get that eyeliners aren't always like a super glamorous, fun thing to talk about, but these deserve more hype because they stay put. So many eyeliners launch and they claim to be creamy and long wearing, but these actually live up to those claims. They go on so smooth. I'm not having to tug at my eye. I'm not having to go back and forth. I can put this black, this burgundy in the waterline, and it is going to stay all day. I do have pretty intense outdoor allergies, and I love to be outside. My eyes will be watering, and these stay in place. I haven't tried a ton from Patrick Ta. I love this. I love his brow lamination gel, but these really deserve more hype. I would love to see for Patrick Ta to expand these. I know he has a few shades, but I would love to see like blue, green, yellow, like all different types of colors. I hope he keeps with this formula because it's so nice. And listen, I don't love to pay a high-end price tag for eyeliners, but these are definitely worth it. Next up, I have these glosses from Unearthly Cosmetics. Unearthly Cosmetics is one of my favorite indie brands, and these glosses don't get enough hype. The formula on these is so stunningly beautiful. This is the one I'm wearing today. This one says Alien Cosmetics because they did rebrand, but this is the shade Glint. The doe foot is pointed and beautiful, And I feel like I can just get such a good application because it's actually like a long and wide wand. I know that sounds silly, but I love the point. And the gloss is beautiful as well. I really, really hope Unearthly will expand their gloss line because right now I only have these. I think these are the only two they make. I'll link everything that I talk about down below. I'll link these down below. But my favorite shade is probably this one, the shade Cupid from their Valentine's Day collection. The glosses are so, so, so good. And I know a lot of times with indie brands, we're focused on eyeshadow palettes because that is so fun and exciting. But Unearthly really has a special formula with their gloss, and I love it. I love like the look of glossy lips. Those are so good. Okay, these cream blushes from Melt. I feel like when they first dropped, a lot of people were talking about how they like these, but then the hype just really died down and I never heard about them again. But I'm still using these so much. These deserve like all the love. Everything. They're so beautiful and easy to work with. I have 3 shades. Today I'm actually wearing the shade Honey Thief mixed with the shade Sundown. So it's like a super pretty, let me see if I can get these open. This super pretty pinky color mixed with this bronzy shade. That's what I have on for blush today. If you're somebody who is afraid to try liquid or cream blushes because you think they're gonna go on and be hard to blend and look patchy or too pigmented, or I don't know, maybe you're just intimidated by cream blushes, try these from Melt. These are called the Cream Blush Lights. They have them in like different type of finishes, but I love these. I mean, I think you can tell by looking at these that I'm reaching for these a lot. They're just so beautiful, and no matter how I apply them, they look great. If I use a sponge, that's what I did today, beautiful. If I use a brush, beautiful. If I decide to go in with my fingers, they still look beautiful. They don't dry down so fast that you can't blend them in. You definitely have time to work with them, but they also just look so pretty on the skin. They don't move and slide around. They don't fade fast. Everything I could want in a cream blush, these are. Okay, the last product I chose for lips are the liquid lipsticks from Sigma. I really like the Sigma liquid lip formula. I'm actually wearing the shade today called New Mod. I also pulled my favorite from the Cinderella Duo. These liquid lipsticks are fantastic. They are not drying. I love liquid lipsticks that will stay put for a long time without drying out my lips so bad that they look dusty and crusty. You know, I want them to look nice and plump. And the Sigma liquid lipstick formula needs so much more hype. They're very opaque. They're very easy to apply, and they don't give me that dry feeling. They're definitely stay put matte liquid lipsticks, but they're gonna be beautiful. They're gonna go on so smooth, and they're just gonna be on the lips looking great, looking matte without looking like you need some moisture. You know, they're absolutely beautiful, and I never really hear anybody talking about the liquid lips, so they 100% deserve more hype, and I really need to get my hands on some more of these too. Okay, I know this is a little brow product, but this product from Morphe, this is the micro brow pencil. It's like $6 and beautiful. This is what I used to fill in my brow today. This reminds me a lot of the ABH Brow Wiz. So if you like that, I think you will like this too. It's so tiny. It has such a fine point. And then it has a really nice spoolie on the end. There's also a really nice shade range. Like there's a lot of shades to choose from. Definitely check it out if you're paying a lot of money for a brow product, because this micro brow pencil is so good. And like I said, it's about $6. I usually buy these a few at a time when I place Ulta orders so that I'm never without it. I've repurchased this so many times, and it's honestly, it's just that good. Okay, last up is the Juvia's Place Bronzed Duo. I think these are amazing. They're at a great price point, and there is a shade range. I'm actually going to pop up a photo because I think it's so nice that Juvia's Place did so many different shades of bronzer. I love the packaging. I think it's so nice that you get a duo, you get a lighter shade and a deeper shade, which I think is really, really nice for a bronzer, because if you're like me, I do get a little lighter in the winter when I'm not outside as much, and then I get a little more tan when I'm out in the sun in the summertime. So I love that they did a duo with a lighter shade and a deeper shade. I like that there are so many options for shades. I like the sleek cardboard packaging and the fact that there is a mirror inside. I just think it's a really nice bronzer. It's also pigmented and blendable at the same time. Listen, we've all had those experiences with bronzers where you put your brush down and you go to blend and the bronzer don't blend, or on the opposite effect where you put your bronzer on and the bronzer kind of fluffs away and you're like, well, I was pretty sure I put some bronzer on. Let me go back in with the second layer, like it's not pigmented enough. This one is pigmented and blendable. I've used it with lots of different types of brushes, like dense brushes, fluffy brushes, and I always have a great experience, and I love the way my bronzer looks. All right, y'all, let me know what products you have that you use consistently, you love, and you're like, you know what? These deserve more hype. I would love to know, because maybe y'all have some favorites that I've never tried before. Definitely leave me your recommendations. This eye look, I did use my palette with ADEPT Cosmetics. This is the Heather Austin palette. This look will either be coming to TikTok or is already on my TikTok. All of that will be linked down below, but that's what I use to create this look. And my Kiss Ruffle lashes. I think I kind of went through and told you everything else that was on my face though. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check out Andrea's video. It will be linked down below. That's where I got this idea from, so definitely go and watch it. And I hope you're having a super awesome, amazing, wonderful, fun day, and I'll see you very soon in another video. Bye!